What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to go over today's video because this topic right here, it has been the most complex subject when it comes down to the MPC. Just understanding the difference between the arranger and my clips. How do I combine these two workflows? If we see right here, I have track number one. I have some drums right here, it's just some one shots. Right next to the name of that track, we see where we're currently recording onto, which right here it says 1. It's just telling me that I'm recording onto clip 1. If yours says arrangements, which is by default is just recording to arrangement, that means that whatever it is that you're recording on this 2-bar sequence, it's going to record onto the arrangement. So right now I have a 2-bar loop on sequence 1. And what I've recorded so far is something that I've performed and recorded onto the arrangement, not to clips. I'm recording to the arrangement right now. I'll get onto clips once I have the body or the foundation of my beat. Then I'll move everything over to clips. And once I go into clips, that's when I start having fun building a chorus, a bridge, an intro. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out what sample I'm gonna bring into the MPC. Let me show you a little bit of what I mean. I have a drum beat or a drum groove right here on the arrangement right now, just 2 bars. I wanna bring in some sample chops and start coming up with some ideas. You'll see how I start developing this 2-bar idea into an entire structured song very fast. I will do my best to explain it the most simple possible way. So bear with me as I get into this because this is a very complex topic and hopefully you're able to grasp the idea. So far from the beginning, I'm recording everything onto the arrangement. By default, when you turn on your MPC, I will explain when we move over to clips in just a moment. I'm gonna create a brand new track and this is going to be a drum track. This is where I want to bring in whatever track I'm going to sample, and we'll start making up, we'll start doing our chops right here. I'll open up my sampler, and I actually have a song right here on YouTube that I want to sample. And let's go ahead and bring this in right here. All right, so I have my sample right here. I want to go into the sample edit, and I'm going to chop this up.
Peace and love to the ones who give praise.
I'm going to convert this into its own track. And now we have our sample chops right here. Again, right now, as you see right next to this sample track, it says arrangement. So it's telling me that if I hit record play start with whatever idea that I come up with, it's going to record onto that arrangement. That's totally fine with me. I'm just looking for ideas right now. I'm looking for the main body of the beats. I don't know what direction I'm going to take this towards. But once I find and I lock in to the way I want to chop up the sample with the drums and I'm locked in, I feel it, I know that's going to work, then that's where I copy that onto clips.
I show ya. I show ya. Oh yeah. I show ya. I show ya. Oh yeah. Hit me now. I show me now.
Okay, I can start off with something like this.
I show ya. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I show.
All right. So, okay, I don't even know what I'm pressing. I'm just having fun, letting my fingers flow. As long as I'm following the drum groove, I'm locked in with something. Every chop right here sounds pretty interesting. I don't have to stay with the 1.
I show ya. I show ya.
That sounds cool. There's nothing wrong with that, but with the freedom that I have, her voice is not distracting as much. I can jump around any pad. As long as I'm sticking with the drum groove, it's gonna sound good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I show. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and record something right here. Let's see what I come up with.
Oh yeah.
All right, that sounds awesome. I love how that sounds. I'm ready to convert this. I feel like I locked something in. At least this to me sounds like what I want to make as the verse. If I jump into the clip matrix, we'll see that right here we have our clip rows down here. At the very top is going to say arrange. That means that everything I've done this far is on the arrangement. What we're playing back right now, what we're listening to, is the arrangements. If I hit play right here on this row, that's cool. That sounds awesome. I like that. It's just 4 bars. There's an extra clip right here. I don't want to use that. I'm going to delete that clip. What I want to do, I want to copy that body, the foundation of my beat. I'm going to copy that onto these rows down here, the clip rows. The reason why I'm going to copy and paste everything that I have is because down in these clip rows, I want to add an intro. I want to add a verse. I'm going to add a chorus, maybe an outro. You can do whatever you want right here. I'm going to hold and press arrange. I'm going to hit copy, and I'm going to paste it in clip row 1. I'm going to place it or paste it in clip row 2. I'm going to paste it in clip row 3. Therefore, I get an intro, a verse, and a chorus. To simplify it for right now, I could even rename these rows. If I go to settings, I'm going to name this intro. I can name this verse. I'm going to just put V, hit close. I'm going to rename this second one. I'm going to name this chorus. So I'll just put C. And on this third one, I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. I'm going to leave it blank for right now. So as of right now, we have 3 rows of the same exact thing, which is that 4-bar loop that we worked for. For my intro, I'm going to leave the drums right there just as a reference, just so I can have something to play around with. But I might just take off those drums. If I want to get rid of those drums, I could just press and hold and hit delete clip. And then I just have a fresh intro, 4 bars or 5 bars, whatever bar length you want to have each clip. You can have that extended. It does not have to be locked in to a specific number. Every single clip can have its own length. I'm going to trigger the second row, which is my verse. The reason why I want to trigger that is because right now I'm going to play with some sample chops or with some pads, and I want to see what I can come up with. And as soon as I hit play start, it's going to trigger whatever row I'm currently set to green. Check this out. I'm going to play with something. Let's see how this sounds. And if this falls in good with the verse, that means that I might commit to that as my intro.
To those who fear leads the place, you see me now, I show ya.
This is what's really cool about working with clips. If I want to get rid of those drums, I can get rid of the drums. Let's say I want to keep some shots from the drums. As soon as it's about to jump into the verse, I can edit that drum clip. If I long press this clip right here, I can go to edit events, or actually I got to make sure that was my actual drum take. I long press the sample chops. I want to long press the drum take, go to edit events. And right here, I can delete certain notes. I can get rid of certain notes. Maybe I want just the hi-hats to come in on bar 2. So I can just select all of this right here. That's on the first 2 bars, hit cut. And now we have this as our intro.
To those who fear leads them to hate. What a pity to be locked in a place, you see me now.
Oh, that's so cool. I want to get rid of the kick and the snare, and I'm going to let the kick and snare drop in at the very last bar. Hit shift, cut. And now we have this.
To those who feel pity to be locked in a place, you I show ya.
That is so cool. Now, if I want to add some variation, maybe I want to add a chorus, I can go to my sample chops right here, and I'm going to edit events right here so I can just get rid of everything that I have. Hit select all. I'm going to hit cut. And right here, I can play around with some type of chorus.
Peace and love to the ones who give praise. Peace and love to the peace and love to the ones who give praise. Make a vow as the sun hits place.
Again, I'm just jumping between bars, or I'm sorry, I'm jumping between clips. As long as I'm on that clip row, which is my chorus clip row, I'm editing, I'm taking away, I'm freestyling this, I'm going by ear, whatever feels right to me. So I know I'm moving a bit fast right now, but when I get locked in the zone, there's so many ideas that come to my mind, and it's so fast. Everything is just your, what is it called, like your initial instinct. And that's something I don't want to ignore. I talk about this a lot, but it's something that you will not get back. After you hear this for hours on repeat, you get colorblind and you don't know what sounded good to you. Sometimes you need to take a break, at least in the beginning, even though my sample chops are not perfectly, like I think on this chorus section, there's something where there's a bit of a gap between each chop, which is fine. I just want to come up with the structure of my song. Look, if this is a bit confusing, and again, I'm trying my best to explain this through a YouTube video, at least the concept of how I'm using these clips. I now have my MPC Live 3 course. This course is just dedicated for beginners. Anybody that's confused, that's just picked up an MPC Live 3, that's working on 3.0, I go over all of this on the course. I explain clips, I explain the arrangement, I explain how to chop up samples, how to build an entire beat from start to finish. On that course, I take my time. I explain everything very slow. My goal is for you to feel comfortable to be able to make beats from start to finish. I go over the basics of 3.0. If you have the MPC keys or MPC 1 and you're running 3.0, you can still pick up the course. You could pick it up right now, or you could make payments. There's different payment options. So you guys could go ahead and check that out as of today, right now. All right, so we have a bunch of different ideas. We have our intro, our verse, our chorus, our verse number 2. I could even copy this and duplicate it down here and add a bridge. Whatever you guys feel like should be a structured song, you could rinse and repeat this method. Once I'm ready to record this onto a full song, the way the clips make it very easy to lay all this out on my sequence or on my arrangement. If I hit this arrange button, I notice that this arranger is only 4 bars long. This right here that I have recorded on this arrangement is the initial 4 bars that we started the beat with. I don't want that anymore. Why? Because now I have an intro, I have a verse, and I have a chorus. I want to lay all that down right here on this arrangement. What I want to do is I'm going to go to my clip matrix. I'm going to go up here where it says arrange, long press that, and I'm going to hit clear. So we can delete everything we have on our arrangements. So if I go back to the arrange, we see there's nothing right here. Everything is wiped out. I'm gonna go from 4 bars all the way to, I don't know, let's go to 30 bars for right now. If I go back to my clip matrix, I already know I'm gonna start with my intro, and then I'm gonna go to my verse, and then I'm gonna go to my chorus. I can record all of this in real time within a press of a button. I don't have to go to song mode and start piecing everything and be like, oh man, which one was my intro? I have a bunch of different sequences. I can lay out all of my clips the way I structured them. A very easy and fast way to do that, if I hold down record, this dialog pops up and I'm gonna hit record to arrangements. Now it says recording to arrangement. It's blinking. It's telling me that this arrangement, whenever I hit play, whatever clip row I select, that's what's going to be recorded onto that arrangement. So I'm gonna hit play start, and I'm gonna start with my intro clip row.
To those who fear leads them to hate. What a pity to be locked in a place you see me now.
And then I'm gonna jump over to the verse in real time. I'm gonna make this a short song just so I don't bore you guys, but we'll let this loop just 2 times. And then right now I'm gonna jump over to my chorus, and as I'm pressing these rows, all of that is being recorded onto the arrangement.
Peace and love to the ones who give grace.
And then after this, I'll go back to the verse.
Peace and love to the ones who give grace. Take a bow as the sun hits face.
And this will be my outro. We can add a fade out at the very end and fade out with our song right here.
Love to the ones who give grace. Take a bow as the sun hits face.
Dope. All right, so I just performed my entire song. Again, this is a short song, but I want you to get the concept between these two right here. If I go back to the arrangement, check that out. I have an entire song right here. Right now, if I hit play start, and if I want to trigger that arrangement, I can hit arrange.
To those who fear leads them to hate.
And now it's playing everything on this arrangement right here. And it's gonna play everything the way I performed those rows. That is so cool. The reason why this workflow works for me is because once I have everything now structured, laid out as a full, let's say this is my full song right here. And right here is where I want to jump into automation. I want to add some drum breaks, some cutouts, unmute, then mute the drums or unmute the sample, then bring it back. Have fun with some automation. I can then do that right here and finish off my song. Again, I made my best to make this short. Hopefully this video is not too long, but this workflow right here, I'm just married to it. I love it. Every single beat since this just clicked with me has been something that I'm so happy with. I don't feel like I'm boxed in the corner, or I don't feel like I get stuck with ideas. This might click with you, it might not click with you, but I hope it does click with most people. If you still need help with this, if you're still confused, reach out to me, shoot me an email, sign up to my course. I tell all this to my course members. If after you watch my course, if you're still a bit lost, send me an email. I'm always happy to just get on a FaceTime with you and do my best to make this make sense. Guys, thank you so much for being with me right here on the video. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I highly appreciate you spending the time with me. Thank you for being here. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll catch y'all on our next one. Peace.